what's amazing kind of about the vision is, I know you went through some different trials on how to leverage AI and maybe some iterations to get to where you are today, to get to that 60% efficacy rate that you're at today. And maybe some of that journey would be interesting for, how you actually find out what you need to make AI work, I guess. What components are there and what are the lessons to learn?
Yeah, when I started, if you read the story about Watson, I knew this was going to be about, a 4, 5, 6 year venture, because it took them about that many years to get Watson to play Jeopardy, and in the Mist adventure, it really started with the data piece of it, right? One of the big questions, when Suji and I started Mist was really around, should we build an access point? And really the reason we built an access point was not because we thought the market needed another access point. It was because we wanted to make sure we could get the data we needed to really answer the question of why are you having a connectivity problem? And when you think about AI ML, there's a slight difference, right? AI is really building something that does something on par with a human. ML is a tool that you do to solve a problem, right? And the vision here was really, can we build something that does something on par with a network domain expert? So that journey really began with the data. First of all, and it probably took us a year or two just to get the data we needed into some form. Oh, hang on here.
Okay. Yep.
But, you know what? I forgot about this problem.
Well, it actually looks cool behind you now. It's like you got a shadow now.
Are you good with this? Okay, we'll keep going.
That's fine.
But anyway, yeah. So as I was saying, the journey started with the data, and making sure we could answer that question: why are you having a connectivity problem? And that's why we started the access point, because the access point has 80% of the data you need to really answer that question. But I would tell you, most of our customers, even before we got to the AI piece of this,
right,
customers just saw value of getting the data to the cloud, right? Because the same data, if you think about Marvis as this AI assistant, the same data that Marvis needed to basically help answer this question is the data that an IT administrative team needs to look at. And they appreciate the fact that it was structured in such a way that we could apply data science to. So it has a very structured format that a real person would say, yeah, that's exactly what I need too, right? And so that's where we got started.
That's really interesting. So I know a lot of times in the past, it's been difficult for networking companies to really do well with application layer things. It seems like that's been a challenge over the years, even with acquisitions. When they start, and networking companies get on the end node, they struggle a lot. It seems like just with different, whether it's a security initiative or whatever the initiative may be.